everybody, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today is our third part in our sauerkraut making. As you can see, I took my top off and I took my weight out. Even with my weight not in it, my water is still over my cabbage. Now what we're going to do is, since I'm not going to eat this whole thing, I figured I would give it out to my friends for St. Patrick's Day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this into a strainer. Now you want to keep this water because we're going to put it back in these jars, but it makes it easier to just take the sauerkraut and put it in with your hand, and then we'll add the right amount of water. You may need to add more distilled water to your water that drains into your pan. You might need more salt, you might need more water. This is where you want to really fine-tune your sauerkraut. Now let's start, and I'm going to just start by draining my sauerkraut because I really don't have room in my refrigerator for this big of a container right now, and my neighbors will definitely be happy to get it. Okay. Now my hands are clean, so just use your hands because you get like an air bubble in there and it won't come out. This smells so good. It smells better than the sauerkraut you buy in the stores, I guarantee you. Now, mine is pretty sour, and that's because I like it sour like that, and I let it go an extra week. So what you're going to do is, after your first week, you want to test it, because if it's not up to your liking, then we can make changes there. Okay, so now I'm letting this drain. It doesn't need to totally drain. We're going to start putting it into our jars. And remember, leave like a ½ inch top so that way you can just close it tightly. And it won't explode on you at this point now. It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it. I always say there's paper towels for a reason. Okay, so now this is looking good. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit more. And I left a little bit of room in there to put the juice in. And if it's not up to what I like, I'll show you how we can to fix it. But everything you're gonna do at this point, all the fixing you're gonna do needs to be at this point when you're ready to bottle. You do not have to bottle them. You can put it right in your refrigerator. Okay. So now I got 3 quarts of sauerkraut, and I tamped them down because you don't want a lot of air in there. You still want to keep it pretty tight. My juice was great, but at this point, if it tastes too salty, add more distilled water, little at a time. If it's too watery, you can add a little bit more salt. And this is it. If we're putting it in here, you cannot add or anything else after that. What I like to do is pour my juice into a measuring cup. Makes it much easier to pour into these containers. And we're just gently going to pour in, and I'm going to stomp it down a little bit because I want to make sure that the water goes, the juice goes throughout the sauerkraut. And as you can see, my bubbles are starting to come up on top of this, and it's perfect. You want about, I would say, ½ inch. That's perfect. You just don't want the juice or the sauerkraut to go all the way up to the top of your container. You want it to stay in the juices. And like I said, stomp it really good before you put your juice in. If you have a lot of this juice left over, keep it and put it in your refrigerator and drink it. It's so good for you. It is so good for you. So I'm just going to add a little bit more juice. And that's why I say also make it to your taste, because you're going to be the one eating and drinking most of it. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is close them up. Make sure they're all clean. Mine are clean. But you want to wipe around the thing, and I'll wipe my jars, of course. And there you go. There's your homemade sauerkraut. Please, if you like this recipe, try it. Let me know how it went with you. Please like, share, comment, and you do you.